Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. And in this video, it is springtime. It's time for the cleanup. I've actually moved everything that's on my garage floor tiles here out of the area. I've already cleaned up in the corners, cobwebs. I've cleaned up best I could. I've checked for mold and mildew around the windows and stuff, and we're good on that. The dehumidifier on our mini split works really, really well for that. But the next thing is to take out the Swisstrax. So we're gonna take those out, see what it looks like underneath, because people made tons of comments on that video because it was very popular. Oh, this is a horrible thing. Don't do that. You're gonna get all kinds of stuff underneath and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Some of the things may be valid or not, but some of these are things that you deal with when you have this kind of floor. So when I wash a car in the garage, my floor is always clean. In like an upper garage where just parking my cars on it, it's just aesthetically pleasing to see the floor always clean. You can blow out with a leaf blower, no problem. And if you're in the up north, obviously if you have snow melt, water gets underneath, you could have mold and mildew and stuff like that underneath. But every 6 months, you can take this stuff up, clean it out, and you should be good. And that's what we're gonna do. And it's not like you have to take every tile out one at a time. We can take them out in massive sections and push them back in massive sections. So this video will be a bunch of time lapses as I take this out. We're gonna look and see how bad it looks like underneath. I know my channel system is not perfect. So before we get any further, check the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's have some fun. So it's the second time I've done this, and I learned from that first time around to be more efficient this time. This side is much easier because it's just a straight line across. There's nothing like really in the way. On the other side of the garage, there's storage room doors where Swisstrax goes underneath it. And there's a lot of things going on. So it's easier to take this out, move them, start taking some rows out, and then I can take that last row and pull it this way and then bring it out the garage. Because in this corner, the bracket for the garage door runs around a piece, I can't just slide it out. So I have to break up a section here and then pull it out this way and go out. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pull the rest this way. Get it out of the corners. Now we're gonna start the next section. We're doing about 3 rows of tile. You could get more, but it just becomes a little heavy to move in and out. 3 is just about right. Now this area, it is pretty nasty, but it's kind of what I was expecting. I mean, I have lots of dirt coming off the cars. I don't have any mold or mildew. We have a lot of areas where you see where the Swisstrax kind of outlined right there. Some areas you can see some one coat epoxy peel. That's where the salt's kind of coming up. I've had that problem ever since I've had the house over there as well. This is the kind of area where most everything accumulates because when the doors open, the wind blows everything right into here, and this usually gets clogged up. So quite often I come over here and make sure that's unclogged. Not bad. You can see the Swisstrax outside. Just lays out there. I'll be able to clean it very easily outside. And then we can start on this side. Now over here, I'm gonna break it up into 2 bigger sections because this is actually 4 tiles. So I can pull this up and pull this out from underneath the filter over there. And then I'll be able to pull that section out from underneath the door. So if you have a big like oil spill or oil leak, it's very easy to pop up just 1 tile and get it back in, or a small section. It's not like the hardest thing in the world. They're not permanent. They just pop right up. And then I'm going to take 1 small piece of Swisstrax and put it in either filters because they're just sitting there on it. So it's kind of putting a lot of stress on my piping. Yep. Now we got this side. I have a little corner here where a tile is kind of in this little bend. Plus I have underneath the door. So it's not just going to pull right out. So it's probably best for me to take this section out like that. Now we should be able to pull this out like that. And this final piece. As you can see, kind of the same on this side. But over here, I do have a little area where water likes to collect and not go into the drains. So it kind of puddles there just a little bit. I don't get too much water over here. There's some chemical dry up right there. Probably some type of wheel cleaner or something. We have a little area where it kind of puddles, and that's kind of where the washing machine kind of exits out. Exits out in a drain, but if it's too much, sometimes it might back up right here. We have a lot of stuff here where I did like vacuum reviews where I used like little pieces of kitty litter and all kinds of stuff and got underneath the Swisstrax, and it's all kind of built up around here. Oh wait, there is one washer made its way under there. I really don't see much of anything else. Now you can comment already. Yes, I used really thin pieces of vinyl. I would have used like a much thicker type of paneling, kind of like they use in like commercial coolers and stuff. And you can see how wavy it is because this garage framing was horrible. And I hide that with the storage cabinets. The blower works to a certain degree because you don't want too much dirt in here when you're trying to wash it out because it's just going to get all stained and nasty outside. So it's best to get all the big stuff out that you can with the blower. Obviously it's all over me now, but oh well. So we got our Flexzilla 5/8" hose. This is called a swivel grip, and my grip has kind of lost its placement. But basically this swivels. It's really nice to have the male part of the hose swivel. This is an Ely spray nozzle, and at the top of the Ely nozzles, the thread is actually a garden hose thread. So I put one of their quick connects on there, so now I can quick connect between the big flow nozzle, the shower nozzle, and this cleanup nozzle. I use this to clean up my lawnmowers and do stuff like this because a pressure washer in here is just going to be way too much. It's going to create too much mist. You're going to get dirty air everywhere. Having a much heavier droplet is going to keep the dirt down. It's going to get it out a lot easier, in my opinion. You're going to see why I love Ely so much. This thing has some power. Now you saw how that was on like a big fan. This is a secondary fan. It's kind of halfway, a little more pressure. You see that soap, the foam? Then for like cleaning out these channels, I can go all the way out and do this. And that's the great thing about how they get a garage is vinyl on the wall here. Then there's a vinyl on the floor, and it's sealed on the top and the bottom. So if I get any splash up, all I got to do is I'm good to go. Obviously, the channels are overwhelmed with water and they don't drain fast. So I go in here, and while I'm sweeping out the dirt, I can get some of that water out as well. You can tell the tile with all that weight is kind of dug into, and friction back and forth a little bit on that one coat epoxy that's down here. That's not stains. That's the epoxy's been worn off in those spots. Well, we blew all of the water out of the channels and got most of it off of the flooring itself. We're going to let it dry. And while we're doing that, we can go ahead and start cleaning off the tiles. I'm going to be lazy. I'm not going to clean the underside. Don't really care. I'm just going to clean the top because there are some dirt spots in there. I change the oil in my lawnmowers. I work on my lawnmowers, all kinds of stuff in here. So you got a lot of like dirty red clay all over it. If you have a big enough driveway, try to put the tiles further away. I just pushed all this dirt all over the tiles that are already there. And now there's this massive little buildup of dirt, so. All right, we let the floor dry as much as I'm feeling like it needs to be dried. The tiles outside have dried up a good bit. We're gonna pull them inside. I didn't get all the stains out of them. I really didn't try hard. I can get them when they come inside, but we're gonna start back on this side, the opposite of how we took them out. You know what the bad thing is I'm stepping all over this and the bottom of my shoes are dirty and I'm getting footprints everywhere. Whew, that's that. Well, there you go. I am filthy. I have already made the floor dirty again by walking on it with my dirty shoes as I was walking in areas and tracking it. But that's okay. The Swisstrax looks good. I can wash it down in here. It's mainly just going to be more clean water to flush out the channel. So there you go. I know many of you are going to be like, those channels are horrible, whatever, but they work for me. I didn't have to dig a big pit. I didn't have to go through the rebar. I didn't have to pay somebody to do it. A lot of the one coat epoxy peeled up and sprayed everywhere outside. The best thing about it is 2 years washing in this garage. We do not have a sign of mold yet. We had no mold under the floor. I think that's a big accomplishment. We keep it climate controlled in here and has a dehumidifier on it as well. Keeps it dry. So there you go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't check the links below for anything in the video. And I'll see you in the next video. Now, what I found from the last time that I did this. So what I found from the last time I did this. So what I found, oh my gosh. So I found last year when I did this. So if it'd be like a big, oh my gosh. Oh, I turned the water off. You might need water. I did press record, didn't I? Whoa! Hopefully I got that near deadly fall in there. Ow! Whoa! That's gonna happen a lot. I didn't hit record. Dumb. One coat epoxy thing. A lot of the one coat, a lot of the one coat epoxy, oh my gosh.